What's going on, everybody? It's Greg here today, and I'm bringing you a 110 kills, 3 deaths gameplay using the AK-74U and a 12 versus 12 combined arms domination on Miami. Absolutely love this map in combined arms domination. Now, my 74U setup, I'm going to start off going over here. First game of the day, by the way, that's why, aim was a little rough. But yeah, so my setup on the 74U is the Brew Suppressor, the VDV reinforced barrel, the Spetsnaz field grip, I believe it's called. It's the one that reduces your vertical recoil and horizontal recoil, and then I also have the 50 round speed mag and the airborne elastic wrap, I believe. So that is my class setup in this one, and then I'm not really too sure about my secondary. It might just be like dual wield magnums or something, just because obviously that's like the best secondary right now, besides maybe the Howler or Street Sweeper or something like that. But anyways, continuing on my perk setup, I have the Flak Jacket Tac Mask is my perk 1s. I'm using perk greed, so perk 2s are Assassin and Scavenger, and perk 3s are Ninja and Ghost. And the main reason I like to run Ninja and Ghost is, as you can see right off the rip of the game, and I do this pretty much every single time on Miami, is I'm going to try to contest the enemy's spawn flag, and the main reason I do this is because it's a great way to start racking up some kills, as well as go on a tear right off the beginning and try to streak up as fast as you possibly can before any enemies might earn their streaks or air patrols or whatever it might be. So that's the main reason I like to try to do this. And as you can see, I go on a quick, I believe like 17 streak or something here. So yeah, we end up getting a nice little 17 streak, and I end up picking up all of my streaks at the same time. So one of the reasons that I absolutely love this class setup with the 74U, also I want to make mention, is because it's pretty much no recoil. I mean, it has some, but it's very manageable compared to if you weren't going to use it. Now, other times you would see me use, instead of the underbarrel I have on, you would see me use the Raider stock or Skeleton stock, whatever the last stock is. And I was just trying out the Spetsnaz foregrip, or field grip, whatever it's called, just because I really wanted to try to not have to control recoil and just use the 74U, kind of like an assault rifle across the map with a little bit more aim, lock, and movement speed than what like an AK-47 would have. And to be honest with you guys, it works out really well, so I would definitely recommend using the 74U as like an SMG assault rifle hybrid. But anyways, my streaks, the VTOL escort, the chopper gunner, and the big bad gunship, as you guys can see here. And to be quite honest with you all, I am having a blast running this kill streak setup. It is just so much fun. It is decimating. It's rewarding. The only thing is I'm more of a fan of controllable, or not controllable streaks, AI streaks. And this game does not really have a lot of good AI streaks. So for me, you know, if the attack helicopter didn't suck, I would definitely run it, but it only averages me like 1.3 kills per use. So obviously that's not going to get me a lot of kills. And I do like running some of the mid-tier streaks, like the artillery or the napalm, but whenever I'm trying to get the most amount of kills possible and the least amount of deaths possible, I'm going to be using what is going to be the most devastating score streaks by what gets me the most kills. And if they ever add the dogs to this game, which I believe is going to be coming with Season 2, we don't know for sure yet, but if the dogs do come, oh boy, is it going to be nice, because having the dogs and the gunship or the VTOL escort up at the same time would be absolutely insane for earning more kills. Now, one of the things I did want to make mention of is the chopper gunner here, not really the best lethal streak out there. The main reason I say this is it is so inaccurate whenever you were trying to use it across the map. So it's just also doesn't do a lot of damage. It's kind of a pea shooter, and I really hope they give the chopper gunner a buff again eventually. It's just, in my opinion, not the most rewarding of the lethal streaks. It's also extremely easy to take down. Now, the VTOL escort, I want to give a tip here real quick. It was a shame they got air patrolled, but one of my friends I was playing with, he used the VTOL escort a lot, and I said, are you dodging the rockets? Because he keeps getting one shot while he's using the VTOL escort. And it still happens to me occasionally, but for whatever reason, the VTOL escort can be shot down in one rocket. And he said he was not using the speed boost, and I was like, do you even know about the speed boost? And he did not know about the speed boost. So if you don't know, press on your left thumbstick and you'll be able to use a speed boost temporarily. It has to cool down for maybe 15 to 20 seconds or whatever. I don't know how long the cooldown is. Maybe it's 10, who knows. But basically, whenever you hear an enemy locking onto your VTOL escort, you just want to move it out of the way so you dodge that rocket and you'll be able to stay up a lot more. And if you move it far enough, you'll actually dodge the entire rocket and not take any damage from it. So quick tip there with the VTOL escort, but I am going to earn my streaks yet again. Obviously, these guys were not the smartest players in the world, and I mean, this is definitely the lobby I'm going to get after I played Optic Gaming 3 games in a row. You guys saw the video yesterday of me playing one of the highlight matches against playing against Optic Gaming. But so yeah, this was my first game since then, and yeah, the lobbies were a little bit easier. Obviously, they do get more difficult as I continue to play, but yeah, so for me, again, if they bring the dogs to the game, I'll definitely try to get a lot more kills. I'm trying to just go for a lot of kills in general. I have a 120 to 5 match as well, and right here I freaked out because this guy ended up punching me, and I didn't realize that he was right there. He was going to come around the corner, so I kind of panicked and pressed the punch button. Should have just kept shooting at him, trusted my gut, and I would have probably ended up killing him since he had a sniper rifle. But as I said, the chopper gunner, only good up close. As soon as this thing starts getting away from their spawn here, it's just not going to be able to do anything. And if they do add dogs to the game, I definitely think for the most kills possible, running VTOL escort, gunship, and dogs would probably be your best bet. And you'll want to use the dogs while you're using one of your lethal streaks, so that way they can clear out buildings, because sometimes, and as you can see in a gameplay like this, a lot of people are sticking to the buildings just trying to wait for the gunship or the VTOL or whatever's up in the air to get shot down before they go ahead and start moving out. So dogs would be really clutch at making the lethal kill streaks a lot more effective in this game, and I really hope that they do add them, like I said, within the next season. Now, as for some tips on how to stay alive a lot longer, obviously you're just going to want to stick to the shadows, but you can also push up towards the enemy spawn and just keep trying to outplay enemies. That's what I do. And it all comes down to that split-second decision-making, which you'll learn over time, which basically what you want to be doing whenever you are making that split-second decision-making is you're going to want to try to think of how long it takes for the enemy to spawn in and then run to the area that you are at. So let's say you freshly kill someone, maybe they want to come back for revenge on you, and you're going to just want to think, okay, how much time do I have in seconds or whatever until these guys are going to reach my building again. So whenever you're picking off other people, you're scanning different angles, making sure you're not going to get clapped from a different angle, and then once you see that the coast is clear, then you can start focusing on some other areas. I hope that makes sense. I'm not really sure how to explain it too well, but you'll get a feel for it as you continue to do it. Just try to push yourself to go to the enemy spawn if you can. Try to find routes that will get you up to the enemy spawn flag. You don't want to touch the flag, you don't want to go past the flag, or else you'll make a spawn flip, but it is very fun to get up there close to the enemy spawn and just try to go on a tear and get as many kills as you possibly can, because it's super fast paced. You got all those enemies looking for you. And one of the things I did want to make mention of real quick is this is a great thing to do, because I know a lot of people hate spawn campers or whatever, and they'll complain about that, but you got to realize one thing. There are a lot of people on the other team, especially in 12v12, that will sit in their spawn with a sniper rifle or LMG and never move. And these type of players will get streaks, especially if your team is not very good and are not earning a lot of kills. So by pushing the enemy spawn and getting that little trap going, you can take care of those guys and get your streaks at the same time. So the gameplay pretty much is over, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.